Friends, welcome to USA Old Coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden secrets, treasures, and unbelievable stories behind the coins you might already have in your pocket. Today's video is not just about a coin, it's about a mystery, a hunt, and possibly a life-changing discovery. We're diving deep into the world of the 1980 for US quarter dollar. At first glance, it looks like just another 25-cent piece, something you've probably used countless times without even looking at it. But what if I told you that some 1980 for quarters have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auctions? What if one of those rare coins is sitting quietly in your coin jar, waiting to be discovered? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and maybe, just maybe, you'll realize that you've been holding a hidden treasure all along. The beginning of the Washington quarter. Before we jump into 1980 for specifically, let's set the stage. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, created to celebrate the 200th birthday of America's very first president, George Washington. His portrait, designed by John Flanagan, became so iconic that it stayed on the quarter for decades. By 1984, millions of quarters were being struck every year, and they were used daily in every corner of the United States. But here's the catch, because these coins were heavily circulated, finding one today in perfect mint condition is extremely rare, and rarity, as every collector knows, is what drives value sky high. Now, let's look at the front, the obverse side. On the obverse, you see the familiar bust of George Washington. Above him, the word Liberty. To the left, In God We Trust. And below, the date, 1984. At first glance, it's simple. But collectors know the devil is in the details. Look closely at the lettering. Are the letters sharp, bold, and perfectly aligned? Or do you see doubling, two outlines of the same letter, slightly shifted? That's what's called a double die error. And a coin with this flaw can be worth far more than its face value. Even the smallest misalignment on Washington's eye, his hair, or the edges of the letters can make a huge difference. That's why every serious collector examines the obverse with magnification. Now, let's flip it, the reverse side. On the reverse, you'll see the proud eagle, wings spread wide, holding arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength. Beneath the eagle, an olive branch piece. Above, the words United States of America, and below, quarter dollar. Again, looks ordinary, right? But collectors don't see just a bird, they see opportunity. Look at the feathers. Are they sharp and detailed, or weak and blurry? A weak strike, where the design didn't fully transfer, can actually make the coin more valuable to certain collectors. And then there are errors, missing details, off-center designs, or even doubled lettering on the words United States of America. These small quirks are what turn a pocket coin into an auction showstopper. Now, let's talk mint marks, because they're key to identifying the origin and rarity of your coin. No mint mark. That means Philadelphia. These are common, but condition matters. D mint mark. That's Denver. Millions were made, but errors here are highly collectible. S mint mark. That's San Francisco, and these coins were struck as proof coins. Proofs have mirror-like surfaces, frosted details, and are made especially for collectors. A 198 for S proof quarter in pristine condition can fetch impressive prices at auctions. So when you examine your coin, always check that little letter near Washington's ponytail. It could be the difference between a 25-cent coin and a $500 coin. Condition, the game changer. Here's the rule of thumb. The better the condition, the higher the value. A worn, circulated 1980 for quarter, still worth 25 cents. A lightly circulated coin, maybe a few dollars. But a brilliant uncirculated coin, graded M as 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. That's where we're talking hundreds of dollars, sometimes more. Collectors pay big money for coins with sharp details, no scratches, no wear, and full mint luster. So before you think your coin is worthless, look at its condition under proper light. Now we enter the most exciting part, mint errors. This is where ordinary coins transform into treasures. Some of the most valuable 1980 for quarters ever sold had unusual mint errors. Here are a few to watch out for. Double die obverse. Letters like Liberty or In God We Trust show clear doubling. Off-center strike. Part of the design is missing, and the coin looks misaligned. The more dramatic, the higher the value. Clipped planchette. A chunk of the coin is missing at the edge, rare and collectible. Weak strike. Design elements are faint because the dies didn't press hard enough. Die cracks or cuts. Raised lines or blobs of extra metal from broken dies. Some of these errors have sold for hundreds, even thousands, on auction sites like eBay and heritage auctions. Let's imagine you find a 1984 quarter in your collection. You check, and boom, it has a clear double die error. What's next? You send it for grading. It comes back an S65, and suddenly, collectors worldwide are fighting to own it. 11984 quarter with a strong mint error has sold for over $1,000 at auction. Proof coins in flawless condition, sometimes $500 plus. Even ordinary uncirculated examples can bring $50 to $100. Auctions are where the magic happens. Collectors bid against each other and prices skyrocket. That's why understanding your coin before selling is so important. Always use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to spot details. Check both sides, obverse and reverse. Never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys collector value. If you suspect you have something rare, send it for professional grading. Watch market trends on eBay, Heritage, or Katawiki to know real-time values. So, friends, the next time you see a 1984 quarter, don't just spend it without a thought. Flip it, study it, and check those tiny details. Because inside that small coin, there could be a mystery waiting to change your story. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of the 1984 quarter, make sure to subscribe to USA Old Coins and hit the bell icon, because in our next video, we're diving even deeper into the secrets of rare coins that might just be sitting in your pocket right now. Who knows? The next treasure could already be in your hands.